I don't want you to applaud me, but I want you to applaud the cover of my book, which is the coolest of all of these. So come on, come on. Thank you. I'm Sue Sorensen. I teach English here, and my book is The Collar, Reading Christian Ministry in Fiction, Television, and Film. And if you'd like an indication of my interests in this book, the index is a good place to look. Moby Dick, MASH, Soren Kierkegaard, Clint Eastwood, Ingrid Bergman, Father Ted, Tennessee Williams, Oscar Romero, Bing Crosby, Robertson Davies, The Vicar of Dibley. My book sets out to be a readable, but I hope not unintelligent foray into a couple of 100 novels, plays, television programs, and movies, probing them for what they say about the clergy, and extrapolating from that, asking what are some prominent social attitudes toward Christian ministry and Christian life more generally. There are a few studies that offer analysis like mine, but nearly all of them focus exclusively on American examples or British ones. The fun of my book, for me anyway, was combining investigation of British, American, and Canadian portrayals of ministers in literature and film. We only have a moment or two to talk about our books, so I'm going to briefly give you my favorite good pastor in literature, my favorite villain, and my favorite example of a literary pastor somewhere in the beautiful and messy. Someone who is perhaps a terrible pastor with redeeming features. On the plus side, I have great admiration for Marilynne Robinson's novel Gilead and her pastor John Ames, a lovely and humble character. On the scary side, for those of you that look for villains, I offer the terrifying priests in A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce, and the supposedly good model pastor in the cloyingly wholesome 1990s TV show Seventh Heaven. And regarding pastors who are on the muddy middle ground, Hawthorne's Scarlet Letter, Arthur Miller's The Crucible have ministers who make terrible mistakes. And somehow in the process of reading, I grow closer to them and more sympathetic. And it turned out that category of messy, muddle were some of the category of pastors that I liked the best when I was doing this book. I wanted my book to be useful to the church. It does set out to be helpful in unpacking many of our expectations about clergy, expectations sometimes of the superhuman. Hopefully the Collar prompts its readers towards more realistic expectations of the folks in the pulpit. Thank you.